but I forgot to go live. But now I've gone live. I made some mistakes. No more mistakes. It is car time. Car loud. Do you guys hear how loud it is when it just idles? It's beautiful. Let's go inside my lovely new car. Here's my car. This is just the setup version. No more mistake, only Mr. Stakes. There were, in fact, many more mistakes to come. I like this one because it feels a little bit more... Like, the other one feels fancy. This one feels like car that I might actually be able to afford almost, except for the little, like, digital display down there with 1,000 fucking buttons. Yep. Not sure how I feel about how this one rumbles, but I do like the view that we've got back here. Also not sure how I feel about the fact that none of the displays are functional. At all. None of the dash lights work. She overheats a lot. Holy shit, she overheats a lot. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Do we have this, Yeah? We're in Gearbox Arcade mode? Since Discord's going full dystopia, where are you taking folks instead of there? I have to figure out. I genuinely do. Because there's some options, right? There's a lot of options. I'd like to let Discord kind of go down the shitter for a little bit longer before I make a decision on which one to go with. Because there's 3 big dogs right now that are kind of like jockeying for position, right? I am not going to TeamSpeak because their stuff is even more archaic and awful and horrible than Discord is right now. I don't like how my entire dashboard just doesn't work. Oh no. We blew a fucking head gasket already? Okay, hold on. How? We just took it around the fucking track. What do you mean it's already overheated? Hold on. Alright, listen. Listen here, Bucko. Alright? What have you got wrong here? What the fuck have you got wrong here? Huh? Okay. Uh-huh. We'll get some stock internals. We'll get some ultra heavy duty internals. There we go. Let's upgrade this baby. Stock engine management, race engine management. Stock intake, that's all we've got. Nitrous injection, let's give it some nitro. That'll make it drive better, right? Yeah? Yeah? I have no idea if any of this is gonna work. We can put it on we can give it a fucking battery? No! No! Bakugo? It'd be cool if you could drive the Munsters car. I'm pretty sure you can, because this game has a lot, and I mean a lot, of good old-fashioned mods. Let me see here, hold on. What's the oldest, what's the, like, classic? What's the, like, classic oldest we've got here? Vintage car. Awooga horn! Oh, don't mind if I do! Oh, give me that awooga! Awooga, awooga! Alright, boys. Don't worry. We got this. This is probably fine. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I forgot this thing has 10 gears, chat. This thing has fucking 10 gears to shift through. It's a 10-gear manual transmission. Hope you're happy with that. Cause, yeah. Yup. I don't know how much of this is actually going to be representative within the system. All right, let's see if she drives any better now that I've futzed around with her. Boy, it'd be great if my fucking dials worked or any of my electronics worked. Hold on, are they just coded to be headlights? Hold on, hold on. Hold on, excuse me. Vehicle actions? Let me turn on my lights real quick. Get some light bulbs on there since it's starting to get dark here. What do we got? Select a vehicle, repair, fun stuff. What do we got here? Break everything. I don't think I want to break everything, actually. I think I'd rather just, you know, be happy. Alright, we're gonna try testing this in a rainy day, alright? Gonna give it really, like, heavy cloud cover. We're gonna put some fog on there. That way we can get some Silent Hill level stuff. Let's see. Do we have the ability? Yeah. There we go. Alright, we're gonna start in the sunrise, and we're gonna see how we can handle this. It'll probably be fine, right? Sure, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Hi. Automatic gears? Precision compass. Tachyometer. Holy shit. Why is there so much stuff? Chat, there's so much fucking stuff. Chat, there's so much stuff. Chat, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff. Add to layout. Hold on. Alright, hold on. Okay, hold on. Wait, hold on. Alright. Hi there. Put 7 cars on there. Speed limit? 140 kilometers an hour. Risk? 5. Random. There we go. Alright, cool. I still have no idea what I'm doing. Hello, Raymundo! Feels like it's been forever. Good to see you, brother. Genuinely is. Okay, edit apps. Get rid of that. This is fine. Now, we have the perfect time. It's almost 7 in the morning. We are getting ready for trying things out. Okay, cool. So we can see my cars that I've worked on. Here's all the cars in the game right now, right? Now, my cars tend to be a little longer than things that might be more sensible, or reasonable, or practical, or humane. But my cars are mine, alright? And as such, I'm gonna do better. Wait, why did that turn up like that? Hold on. There we go. Alright, chat. Let's get ready to go. Just saw your message on Discord. Made my day a bit better. Oh, thank you. Can we do it? Okay, keep her steady. Ow! Shit. Alright, so she may not be steady. But she can go really fast, pretty fast. Pro drunk driver. Okay, I don't know how to tell you the... Oh, shit! We've already damaged the engine. We have already damaged the engine, chat. Oh no. Well, the car functions. We can drive highway speeds. Hold on, hold on. Oh shit! How damaged can we still drive this car? Oh, did I just crack the radiator? Oh no, did I crack the radiator? Oh no, chat, I think I cracked the radiator. That'll, you know what, that'll buff out. That'll buff out. That'll buff out. That one of those hearses? They're called hearses. Cylinder walls melted. Engine oil critically low. Can we explode the engine just by driving it? What do you mean the wheels are locked? Okay, listen. It definitely could do better, all right? We may have to do some research. Hello, Kimberly! So delightful to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Genuinely, I do. So we made a car that looks good and likes to overheat a lot. But as long as you're driving like actual highway speeds... Okay, admittedly, she's kind of overheating a lot. Having a good day so far, I'm glad to hear it. So this is a station wagon. You might call it a hearse. Oh, son of a... I already damaged the piston rings. Oh, no. Okay, so that's what I need to do if I want to drift. All right, chat. We're going to try and repair the car, and I'm going to see if I can drift. We're going to see if we can drift. We're going to see if we can drift. Can I drift? Do I know how to drift? The answer is no. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Team USA is winning? Oh, heck yeah. Ow. 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 Okay. I have made several mistakes. One of them was designing this car. Let's switch back to the other one that works a little bit. Wait. 556 horsepower, right? How much horsepower is this one again? 1,336 horsepower. With a top speed of 300 miles per hour. I don't think you'd reach 300 miles per hour. The car seems to kind of explode before it ever hits that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. The car kinda doesn't do a great job. You know that? She kinda just, has some issues. I feel like, right? I feel like we gotta learn something here. Also, the gears are not properly set up to what I set it up in the actual, thing-a-do. Thing-a-ding-a-doo, ding-a-doo-doo. Ding-a-ding-a-doo, ding-a-doo. Oh, I'm so very thing-a-ding-a-doo by nature. And I'm so very thing-a-ding-a-doo by nature. Lose your mind and everybody's zing-a-ding-doo. Yip-a-da-ba, wig-a-dig-doo. Zig-a-dig-a-doo, zig-a-doo-doo. Dig-a-dig-a-doo, dig-a-doo. I believe in you, Himawari. That means a lot to me, Kimberly. Thank you very much. I just wished that I also believed in me. That would be nice. Okay. Where do I go for the other colors? Can I change the colors? No. Multi-paint setups. Okay, so it's not... I can't, like, change the color on this thing. It doesn't really load that nice. I obviously have some work to do. So now, we can go back to the other game, right? Because there's two of these games, right? There's two of these games. There's Automation, and we are going to make a car that actually functions today, chat. We're going to make a car that functions, and we are going to race that car that actually functions, and we are going to have fun, because I know what I'm doing. Trust me, I'm a little happy bean dude. Little happy bean dude. Alright. So we're going to try and figure out how to make a car that actually works. We're going to start here. I'm just going to go into the car designer. We're going to start from scratch. I'm going to get rid of this car that I was working on, right? And we're going to build a brand new car. You and me, chat. Alright. So we're going to go with modern day. Model. This is going to be the... What's our... We're just going to do a manual anyway, so we'll name it later. We'll name it later. It's fine. Welcome to the sandbox where we are going to build our beautiful new car. I have to figure out what kind of car we want to make here. So as you can see, we've got a lot of different car bodies. I've got some mods as well. We have to figure out what kind of car design we want to make. Also, this is going to lag a lot, because this one runs like ass. I don't know why this one runs like ass, it just does. So if you're experiencing lag out, that would be because everything is fucked, everything sucks. It's okay, don't worry, I am confused as well. So what if we just look for wheelbase, right? There we go. What is... Okay, hear me out. What's the highest wheelbase we can get here on a car that's actually a car? Alright, alright. 378, 368. Hold on. Alright. Do a massive fuck-off wheelbase. Holy shit, why is the game... lagging out so much? Hold on. Does that fix it? Nope. 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 Hold on. Is BeamNG still running in the background? What is using up all of my resources? What is using up all of my resources? Resource values, priorities. Hold on. Excuse me. Set priority. Low. Thank you. Wow! Look at that! That runs like shit. Alright, hold on. We're gonna turn all my graphics down, because apparently... What do we got here? Did it just uncap the frame rate? Is that it? Hello? There we go. I have now turned that down. You know what? We will even turn my scale down on the resolution. There we go. There we go. Because you see, look, it's only using 10%. Which is why I don't understand why it was using so much with stuff. Alright, so, this is my car that we are going to be building. Alright? So we're going to find out what is the best way to build this car. Obviously, we want to make it light as possible, right? So I'm going to look over here and we're going to see how we make the lightest vehicle. And then we're going to make it and it's going to be amazing. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, Hima, you're amazing. Standard engine. Sure. We'll do literally just whatever is the lightest possible. Crank all of our quality up to max. We're making a car for the future, alright? This one's not going to be anything super crazy, right? But you know what it is going to be? It's going to be amazing. Alright. I would like... So all of you should be the right size here, right? The Merlin 1945 sedan. I am going to get a convertible, and we are going to convert the fuck out of it. It's going to be great. Here we go. That's going to be so good. Chat, you guys are going to look at this, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh. Himawari, you are a madman. You are incredible. We love you. We think you're incredible. We think you're amazing. And I'm going to be like, yes. It's because I am amazing. Alright. Hear me out. We're already building the ultimate car. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna put a big inline 6, I think, on this. Maybe even an inline 7. And this is going to be an awesome, super cool car that you guys are gonna look at and you're gonna go, oh. Wow. Himmy. You certainly made a car-shaped object. And I'm gonna go, yeah. Yeah, I did. Thank you for noticing. Yeah, round that out. Make this thing amazing. Hold on. What do we got? Then we're gonna drive this thing on the track again. It's gonna be great. Is it really... Oh, that just kind of tells you whether it bucks out or not. Sure, I'll give plenty of room back there. Why not? Alright, I'm back. Welcome back. The car we had before kind of, wasn't working. So I'm building another new car, and we're gonna hope. And this one's gonna be another, like, I'm a bad guy, it's time to have fun. Oh yeah. Look at my car. My car is amazing. Should we make it thin like that? Should we make it thin? Should we make it thin? Chat, thin or really wide boy? I'm thinking wide boy, but I'm not sure. Yes, longer. Oh yeah. Now, keep the roof low. Keep the engine bay high. Slink that back. Slink that back. Nah, slink that back. Oh yeah. Wide, boy! Look at that. So here's our ultra-wide vehicle. I want to have it a two-door. I'm sad I can't make this a two-door and just push everything back towards the back and make the engine even longer, because that would be amazing, and I feel like I need the ability to do such. Alright, so we've got our new car. For the sake of things, for the sake of simplicity here, we are going to paint this a nice, very simple color. It's going to be just black, no flake, medium gloss. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Beautiful. I feel like I want this, though. Ooh. Hold on. We'll do an aluminum strip with gold. Ooh, I like that. Wait, hold on. Just a bright strip of aluminum out the outside. Could do chrome. You know what? Yeah, no, I'm on board for chrome. Hell yeah. Alright, cool. We're gonna just... chrome. There we go. You know, I kinda like that a lot. It's classy, it's fun. It's got a little bit of coloration, but nothing too crazy. We're gonna make this nice and reserved. I think I've got some good ideas here, chat. I think you guys are gonna look at this when it's done and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, Hima, you're so good at this. And then we're gonna get back into the testing and we're gonna go, oh, that's why we shouldn't give Hima the ability to make cars. Yoink. Shove that over there. I always like putting the gas tank on the driver's side. I believe in all of you that you will all be able to help me to succeed and be victorious. Now we are going to put on... I like these ones because they kind of do... There we go. There we go, hold on. There. Put them right up near like the very front, or do we want them like halfway up so you can see them better? I kind of like the way they look up here, just so they look wacky, but I feel like if we put them up over about halfway point, you know, put them like back here-ish, right? They're small, they're out of the way. Holy shit. Putting those standard size rear view mirrors on has made me realize how massive I've made this car. And, yeah, no, I'm here for it. Sure. Alright. Hell yes. Alright, hold on. Miscellaneous features. Since we're doing this car here, give me those hinges for the suicide doors. Thank you. There we go. That way, they will just open over on here. Thank you very much. Very cool. Very, very cool. Do some basic features. Mirror, duplicate. Duplicate. Look at that. We got these beautiful doors here that open near the middle. There's nothing wrong with that, right? I'm sure these doors won't cause any problems long term. It's probably going to be fine. Ignore any of the potential issues because those have been spread by communists. We're just gonna extend them out like that so that both doors open on that little hinge right there. I am certain this is a good idea. Chat, I'm very certain this is a good idea. This is not going to turn out poorly at all. We throw some doorknobs on here. I feel like if we're doing like a classy car like this, we need a suitably classy door handle. So, since we can't find one of those, I'm just gonna put this plastic piece of crap on it. I feel like this is not what anybody who'd be buying a car that looks like this would want on their car. But I also feel like if people have a problem with it, they can always buy the aftermarket kits that will sell them for like 5 times the cost. So I think this will be fine. Actually, wait, I have an idea. Chat, I have an idea. We'll give it gull wing doors. Chat, I'm a genius. We're putting gull wings on our convertible. Why is that a good idea? It's not. What is this? Okay, so we are playing Automation, which is a car building game that lets you export your car designs into a racing simulator. So I'm going to build cars, then we're going to race them, and we're going to see how well the cars work after I build them, all right? So I hope you're excited for that, because that's what we're doing here today. And right now, I am building the ultimate car. I say it's the ultimate car because I say so. And as you can see, it is a gull wing car. So there we go. You know what? If we're doing gull wing, I'm going to make it so we have one of these style, so that you can grab it from either side and it'll go like flippy flip. So you can open it up or open it down. And that will immediately make the car better somehow. I'm not sure exactly how, but it will somehow make it better. Alright? Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better. Step 1, build a car. Step 2, try to make it run. Step 3, cry. Alright, cool. So we're gonna put that like down here. And then we're gonna duplicate, and we're gonna put that like down here. That way, you can open up both of these gull wing style doors. Gull wing on a convertible top, I don't think is going to be a great idea. This is going to require massive beards with cheap sunglasses and white gloves to be driven, though. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, I think it's pretty cool, though. The gull wing doors is definitely a choice that can be made, right? The gull wing doors is a choice of all time. Hold on. Where are you? There we go. Well, I mean, while we're working on the car, right? It's fine. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I need a proper hood for this thing, a proper front. What are we gonna toss on this thing? We're gonna toss almost anything up there and then hope for the best. Alright. Remember to support the original artist. This is no replacement for the original. The song has been sped up. Please support the original artist, not me. Let's see, what do we got here? Ooh, there's an idea. Oh, yeah! Chat, I think I found the perfect one. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that! Oh, that doesn't look over the top or anything, it's fine. Oh, yeah. Hold on, I need to get the proper headlights for this thing, too. Now, if you've ever seen me design a car in this game, you'll know that I basically do one design, and one design only. And that is knock off the fucking Miata. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hold on. Excuse me, good sir. I like the fact that when these things are closed, they wouldn't do... Yeah, there we go. How's that gonna look when it's open? You'll never know, because it won't be open. But they're there now. Look, we got the little, like, lights there, somehow. So we got, like, our extra lights there. You know what I've decided? Put a monolight dead center. Hell yeah. Fuck it. Ooh, wait, I have an idea. Chat, I have an idea. Hello, Onesie! Welcome to the new year! Second day! Dawn of the second day of the new year. There we go. You're a large Gunther today? Yes, because some of these games run very poorly on my computer. So we are going to quickly throw together some cars and then hope for the best. I like the look of this car. It makes me happy. Some people may not like the look of this car because it may be oversized or ridiculous or stupid. The people who say that are wrong. Anyone who says that is wrong. You're wrong if you say that, you're wrong if you think that. Because this car is cool and stuff, okay? And I'm gonna show you how cool it is by putting some cool taillights on it. He's a giant Gunther, what makes all the rules? Yeah, it's true. My Sthall Gary went to Sthall. I am so sorry for that. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, genuinely. My Sthall Gary went to Snail Heaven Day. Buried him at the apartment building. I fed him too much. No, it's never easy losing a pet, even if it's a snail. Like, when you put that sort of investment into an animal. And it sucks. It sucks. I hope that while he was alive, he at least had as good of a life as a snail could have. And I hope that you can remember all the good times you had and not let the way things end dictate your memory of how things started or how things went during the time along. I know it's a snail, but even a snail can be a part of the family, and my heart goes out to you. And I hope that you have the best time that you can. And at the very least, you at least had some good times along the way, right? And you can remember that snail, and you can remember all those fun times, and you can learn from the situation and move forward into a better life. Also, it's cool that you have a garden apartment. That's cool, genuinely. Night, J-Bolts. It was good to have you around, even if you were just around for a little bit here. I just wanted to take a little bit of a moment off to the side there and give my condolences. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Raising a pet's hard? Oh, it's so hard. It is so hard. Like... And hey, at least you were able to have him for a time, right? At least you were able to have him for a time. It's never easy losing a pet, and it's not easy raising a pet properly because, my goodness, there's so many little things you have to keep track of all the time. It can get rough. Yeah. Let's see. There we go. Put some little lights on there. Nice car. Thanks. I'm liking how it's turning out already. It's very simple, but we've got something fairly steady with it. I'm doing these little bits. I want to make these larger, actually. I want to make these larger. There we go. There we go. Give them a little bit more of a bell look to them. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Look like little bullets sticking off the side of the car. Ooh, I like that. I actually like that a lot. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Oh, that looks cool! Oh, look at them. And they're not sticking out so far that they get damaged by the sides. What car are you making? Hopefully one that runs. That is my biggest hope right now. I am hopeful that we are making a car that will actually run. And so I have decided that we are going to make this car I want it to be pretty, and I want it to actually work on the track. So we're going to try and keep it somewhat simple. But I'm also going to try and make it actually decent to look at. Let me see here. Can I? Let's put a nice simple like cloth on there. Yeah, just some little red carpeting. There we go. Simple red carpeting on there. What's funny is, despite it looking like aluminum, we have a carbon frame under there. So this thing's going to be incredibly light, which I think is amusing to me. So we'll put on some basic stuff there. I would like to put on some decorations on the front. We'll see if we can get a classic radiator hood on here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright, look at that. We got a little, like, radiator hood cap for it. That'll look fine. Good, good. Good, good, good. We are going to need to build an interior on this thing to make sure that it's proper, but I believe that we shouldn't need to do too much. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, okay. What? 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 Okay, so that is the chrome. So I can just, like, get rid of that for placing things. So that's actually part of the hard top is back there. Okay, alright. There we go. Make sure that actually blends in. So the convertible part ends, like, here. And then we've got this stuff here. Right now, my main focus on this is to build a car that looks nice enough and will be fun. Phone. Phone. Nines is so dark, you don't even know your name. There we go. There we go. So we have an actual fuel tank in there. Cool. We just have the fuel tank suspended on the inside near the trunk. Yeah, you can access everything on this car. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We probably want some windshield wipers too, right? Yeah, we'll put some windshield wipers on here and hope for the best. Let's put an aerial on there. Give me a classic fixed upright too. There we go. We've got a beautiful looking car here already. I don't think we really have to do that much to this. We just kind of have to throw some little, like, bits and bobs here to make it my own. I mean, really, it's already kind of good to go. We got taillights, we got headlights. Maybe put, like, some basic branding on it, but other than that, I don't really think there's much else we need to do. Let's try and get us a nice little logo here. You know what? I've decided this is an Arasaka car. Wait, hold on. What other organizations do we have here? What other organizations do we have that we can use here for a car company? Also, I grabbed a big pack of these, so not all of them are ones that I'm necessarily a fan of, but we got a bunch of beer companies, we got a bunch of, like, video game stuff. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Oh, that's an amazing idea. Can the world oppose the deadliest of foes? Cobra, Cobra, Cobra. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And now with banners high, who can stop the cry? Hold on, wait. Have you guys ever heard the G.I. Joe song? Hold on. Have you guys ever heard the song for Cobra? Hold on. Where is it? Come on. I feel like this is something Cobra would drive. Let's see if we can handle this. Hold on. There we go. Can we? Hold on. What? Where are you going? Why are you not working? Damn. Okay. Alright, this is fine. We're still gonna put a Cobra logo on it, because I think it'll be funny. Where are you? It's so good! There we go. Let me just put that back there. Get that nice little logo. Yeah. So good. So good. There we go. We've got our lovely little logo there so you guys know who you're dealing with. It's good. I need to get I'm gonna put like an actual, like, do we have a snake that I can use for the Cobra logo on the front? Although, hold on, chat. I may have an even better idea. Hold on. I could go Cobra, or we could go with an adorable little eagle. Owl. Thank you, brain. That actually, that might be even more fun. Hold on. Excuse me. Little tiny eagle friend. I'm gonna make him a little bit fatter. Oh, you got this little tiny eagle. Hold on. Hold on. Now make sure that we have this matching the front bumper. I kind of like that. Look at that. You got some like silver on there, but you got like a little bit. You got like the little owl there. Can I put text on the front? If I can put text on the front, we're gonna be golden. Excuse me. If I can put text. Oh, I might be able to put text on here. Hold on. We'll do the Black Ops 1, and I'll put the silver embossed, or chrome embossed. Chrome embossed. Oh, hell yes. What do you mean? What do you mean the text didn't work? Hold on. That doesn't look like a car brand. That doesn't look like a car brand. That looks like a threat. Yeah, welcome to King. This is the King Owl. This now looks like it should be riding around in the middle of the hood, not riding around in the middle of Fancy Town. Yeah, welcome to King. This is my King Owl motor car. That is not classy. But you know what? You know what? I'm fine with it. We're gonna put a bunch of owls on this now, chat. And then I'm gonna drive it, and we're gonna race it, and we're gonna hope for the best. Let me just put the eagle, the owl, like right here, right? Yes. Hold on. What? What the? I hate how these things seem to glitch out sometimes. I wanted to put the big eagle, or big owl, not eagle. Owl! I'm getting owls and eagles confused, chat. Okay, hold on. There we go. Keep it the standard, like, thickness, right? There we go. There we go. Owls are awesome, you kidding me? Owls are the best. Although, possums are slightly better, I will say. There we go. So we have a nice little... That makes it look so much less classy. Chat! That makes it look so much less classy. Keeping it sleek and simple might have been better than plastering a giant fucking owl on the hood. However, it's also maybe kind of funny. Alright, you know what? Hold on. I have an idea instead. Hold on. We put, like, lights up here, right? Can you... Hold on. Excuse me, could you... darn it. Hi, excuse me. See what I'm getting at here? Right? So if I put the light... If I put, like, lights up here, right? So we have, like, the lights that pop up there, right? We have lights that pop up there, and then we have lights that pop up here, right? And you'll see that as I get these things, we'll extend these a little bit more. So see, they'll just pop down from there, and then you have a pair of extra lights that open up here. So we have light coverings there, we have light coverings here, we have all the little lights that we might need, right? And then I can just set some little lights, like down there, as like some little backups, right? I can set up some like little backups down there, right? That way, most of the lights are hidden. You have some really basic, simple lights. You have the cool owl on the front. Quack, hello, Venom. We're making a really cool car. Do you like my car? It may be slightly evil. I think it looks cool, though the owl is a little bit silly. There's also an owl on the hood here. There's many owls. It also has lights in the front radiator, which may not be the best idea, but you know what? It's probably going to be fine. Have a good stream. I'm in class. For real, no cap on jaw? I like your slightly evil, slightly silly car. What? Just because it has owls on it, that makes it silly? Okay, that does make it silly, but... Now it's a stretched owl. What? Can you... Hold on. Oh. What? That's weird. So one of its wings is slightly bent down. Huh. I think that's still fine, right? There we go. It's an owl car. Okay, that does kind of make it a little bit silly, but it's fine, I'm sure. It's just an owl. Owls aren't necessarily silly. They can also be really, like, cool and stuff. We'll put another owl on the butt. Big old butt owl. That way people know that it's an owl car. What kind of car do you have? A king owl. Oh, really? Can't help but notice. I don't know how I was able to tell. Oh, yeah, it could have been anything, really. You know, maybe the giant like owl. It's just on the front and the back. It kind of works for the Firebird, but it's not really working for you know. Hold on, I have an idea. Excuse me. There we go. There we go. Hello, thank you. There we go. The owl now has a red sun behind it. That's how you know I made it. Excuse me, hold on. There we go. What? Excuse me. I'm trying to build a shape here. What? No, I wanna... Hold on. No. Could you... Excuse me, hold on. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. There we go. There we go. Hold on. We're getting fancy here, chat. We're getting fancy here. Hold on. There we go. Can I move it down a layer? Can I move it under a layer? Can I not? Can we not? Is that not what we can do here? Come on. There we go. There we go. I think that kind of works, right? That kind of works. Alright, hold on. Edit. There we go. See, look at that, chat. It's perfect. Now we have a little owl coming at you from the Japanese flag. There we go. We have owls on the front. We have owls everywhere. Owls for everyone. Owls for everyone. Yes, I'll also like the owls. Then I can have you. Fancy owl car. Yeah. Now that is starting to look good. That actually looks kind of cheesy. But you know what? I'm sure it's fine. It'll be cheesy and fine. I think maybe we remove the backing on that and we just leave the red circle. Hello, it's an owl peeking at you as you drive behind. So you can get stared at by a car that's worth more than your house. Then we can try and figure out some nice fancy... what do we got? Do 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 do. You do 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 you do 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 you do you do do. There we go. Get some lead sleds on here. Get some steelies, as the kids say. Hold on. Can I get white walls on these tires? Chat, we can put white walls on them. In case you don't know what a white wall tire is, a white wall tire is a kind of a tire where they have white rubber on the outside, and then you have regular rubber on the inside. So like the inside here has the white rubber, which is a different consistency, and the black rubber does other things. They're two different kinds. The problem with them is you have to keep them clean. But now I have white wall tires, which are going to make this instantly classier. Although, actually, the flat-out black tires might make it classier. But, okay, listen, never mind. It's fine. It is probably fine. There we go. Make sure our brakes are in there. Oh, yeah. Starting to look... Actually, it's basically looking done, but... I have never been known to be one to leave well enough alone, and I desire more lights. I desire more lights. So I'm going to put another tail light on here. There we go. There we go. That way you can get shined at by even more light. Now we just have to make the rest of the car, and then, you know. Reliability. Helical all-wheel drive. Okay. Drivability is better on the viscous. Yeah, okay. We'll do the viscous all-wheel drive. Alright, boys! New project time. Let's see here. I would like to design this car for a convertible luxury. Convertible, no. I just want this to be a luxury engine. You know what? We're gonna have it be an engineer, a performance engineer car. We're gonna have it made for those guys. We're gonna auto-generate for a hypercar engine, and we're gonna see what happens. It'll be funny. What do you have in mind for a hypercar engine out of this fancy owl car? I want to hear what it sounds like, chat. I want to hear what it sounds like. All right. Okay. That's scary. Okay. That's horrifying. That is genuinely just horrifying. I kind of like it. What if I do what if I do compressed gas or nitromethane, huh? We get like hold on. Nitromethane gives us better. What do we got here? An ethanol blend. Okay. 935, 947, 958, 1,000 horsepower. Okay. Get us up to 1,000 horsepower for some reason. Just go for it. It'll be funny. It'll be funny. Give me 4 turbos. What? Okay, 2 turbos is fine. Smart boost? Smart boost. Smart boost seems like it's better, right? Alright. I believe I have successfully messed this up now. But don't worry. I'm sure it'll be fine. Get a little bit more compression there. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right, let's see. What kind of engine even is this? Hold on. Do I even know what kind of engine it is? It's a V12. Of course it is. Can I see what the engine looks like inside the car? Hold on. That's the fucking engine? That's the engine. All that fucking space. All that space. All of that space, and you put the engine that way. Are you stupid? Oh, am I stupid? I might be stupid, chat. Hold on. I may have been stupid. I feel like we need longitudinal, not transverse. There we go. There we go. All right, let's ask Mr. AI here. Hey, Mr. AI, can you do me a favor? I would like you to design another hypercar engine, and I would like you to do so for these guys, and I would like you to regenerate the entire engine. Can you make it large enough? That, hold on. That is a tiny-ass engine. What the fuck? You doing a V8? You're doing a small V8. You're doing a, hold on. Chat, do you see how little space that takes up in the engine bay? Do you see how little space that little V8 takes up in the engine bay? This is what it thinks I want. That is so damn tiny. No, make it bigger. Larger. How is that going to take up 240%? No, that's not. Alright, listen, tell you what. Boom. Let me see how this looks in there. Okay, it doesn't because it refuses to go in. Alright, that's fine. This is fine. It's okay. Let's just do an inline 6. And we'll just... There we go. Yeah, it's probably fine. It's probably fine. I want to see what this looks like inside the car. See? Now that looks like an actual engine for this thing, alright? There we go. There we go. It actually fills it up now. Okay, it maybe fills it up a little bit too much, but it fills it up. Here we go. Look at that, perfect. Now does that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be fine. This will be fine. It's a nice little inline 6. It'll be fine. You know, I feel like, yeah, the 4s will be fine. What do we have a problem on here? Reduce the rev limit. Okay, so you need more RPMs. All right, we'll do some race billets. Okay. Improve the bottom end components. All right. Max out that quality because we don't care about money here. We're making something silly. Can you stop stitching it to that? And instead, hypercar for these guys. Regen the variant. Holy shit, that does not look like a comfy... Huh. Yeah? 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 Hold on. Excuse me. I feel like we need to change some settings here. Let's go 22. There we go. Alright. Let me retube. Why are you setting it back there? I want it to be an awesome, super amazing, ultra cool car. I want it to be like the ultimate of ultimate cars. Okay, okay. So it sounds cool at least now. That's fine. Alright. Alright. Okay, so that's doing, that seems to be doing fine. Okay. Listen, the fancy owl car is going to sound amazing as soon as I can actually get it up to par. And it's going to be amazing, and everyone's going to look at it, they're going to go, oh. 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 Very cool. Very fancy. I like it. Alright, let's hear the engine. Okay, so it sounds good. It sounds good. It looks good. It's a good engine. Maybe this will go somewhere. Maybe it'll be awesome. Maybe I'll sit there and I'll go, oh. Check out that ethanol blend, baby. Oh, baby. Get me some of that incredibleness. Increase that manifold size. Why not? So it's basically just a straight, like, real smooth, real nice line there. It's gonna feel great. This is gonna be the best thing ever, trust me. You know, I don't feel like we need a catalytic converter, actually. I don't feel like we need one. You know, I don't feel like we need a muffler either. Actually. Yeah, you know what? I don't feel like we need... I don't think we need, like, most of that, right? Just, get some of that high compression, baby. Ooh, baby. Let's listen to this. Yeah, that does sound a lot better. Alright. Fancy owl car sounds good, looks good, is good. Alright. Let's, Give me that luxury car. Yes. Let's trim us up some luxury. I feel like she's pretty bad for most cars. But you know what? It's probably fine, right? Short gearing is reducing the top speed. What? Nonsense. There you go. Short gearing? We're not doing a speed limiter. Fuck that. There we go. No speed limiters here, sir. Fuck you. We're bringing out the ultra fast. I don't know how this is gonna help, but you know what? It's probably gonna be funny. It's probably gonna be funny. Yeah. I'm gonna say, oh, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Is it crashing? Am I dead? Uh-oh.
Oh, now you fucked up.
Yep. I might have fucked up. Hi. Set that first gear to 25 miles an hour. There you go. Make it nice little, make it nice and drivable. There we go. Look at that. It's prestige. This is not a good car, chat. So I'm looking here at all the ways this could be a car. This is not a good car by anyone's standards. So, you know, I feel like it's very undesirable as a vehicle, but it's probably fine, right? It's probably fine, right? Yeah, it's probably fine. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah. You know what? Add some more gears. That way we can shift some more. You know what? 10 gears. That way we've got all the gears in the world. Is that not... Okay, do any of these make you better? Nope. Nope. Wait, so that'll make you more reliable. Does that make you even more reliable? We're getting 5.3 miles to the gallon, chat. We are getting 5.3 miles to the gallon. And I don't believe that that is particularly helpful. You know what? Hear me out. What if I try to make this significantly more reliable? That is not significantly more reliable. That's like 0.1. That is like 0.1 reliable. Alright, I can see why that wasn't necessarily helpful. However, I'm going to turn up the cost on everything, and then we're going to, we're just going to turn up the cost. Turn up the cost. Turn up the cost. Everything becomes... What? Distribute all the weight to the front. Uh-huh. Can I have that back to... There we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. We've made a very successful car. It doesn't seem like it's going to be the most successful, actually, but you know what? It's probably going to be successful. I believe we have succeeded in building a car-shaped object. It is not desirable at all. Nobody wants it. There we go. You know what? Nah. Oh, yeah. Just gonna have, like, a bench seat up front, and that's gonna be it. This, you know, this car may be the least desirable car I have ever made, chat. However, now we just put an interior on it, and then we're good to go, I suppose. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, we're gonna shove some seating in here. We're gonna shove a quick dash, and then we're gonna get to the races, as the kids say. I'm sure that that's what they say. Those kids born in the 1920s, with their hoopin' and hootenannying. Hold on. Where is it? There we go. Where is it? There it is. I believe this is the ultimate vehicle. And now we'll have to build this car to look proper. Oh yes, boys! It's time! There we go. I need... Would you do me a favor? Can I choose which parts of this vehicle I can see? That would be nice. I know it's on here somewhere! I'm just running in the 90s. Hold on. Where's my leather? Where's my leather? Good old quilted leather on there. Oh yeah, that's gonna look good. Sorry, how small did you make that? That's not gonna work. I'm sorry, have you seen how luxurious this thing is? No, 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 good sir. There we go. Look at that big-ass couch! Oh, yes, baby! That's what I'm talking about. We're shoving an entire couch in this car. So you can just sit in your couch and lounge. Oh, yes. Excuse me, I'm going to make this even larger. What's that? You want to be able to reach the floor? You have your little trunk area. This is like it's a rich people's truck. It's fine. Hold on, can I... Where are you? Hold on. Zabba talking, Zabba Rex is on the line. I need fire. Excuse me, can I... Where are you? Transparent. There we go. Alright, boys. Now we have a vehicle. I don't know how that's spinning with this turned off. I'm guessing it's just going to be spinning on that little bit there. Don't think about it too much. It's just a hinge. It's okay. It'll be fine. Excuse me, I would like to also get rid of the other one as well. There we go. Actually, you know what? No, we'll leave that. So you've just got this little driver's bit that's going to be exposed. Alright, so the first thing I need to do here, before we can actually race it, we're going to need a few things. Alright? We're going to need a dashboard. I have been informed that cars tend to have dashboards. So we're going to look through, and I'm going to see what dashboards I have that might actually work with this car design. Let me see here. The lesser evil dashboard. I have a feeling. Das ist Motorwagen. Alright, that's probably not gonna help. That's probably not gonna help. Just putting put a dash cluster over there. Alright, we need to get something that works as fancy as this vehicle is. Even though I already know that almost nothing that we put in here is actually gonna be working, because apparently there's just things that are things. Now, as you know, as we all know, dashboards need to look good, they don't need to function. It's one of the secret sauces of building a car, alright? Your dashboard needs to look good. It doesn't need to do anything. That's why we're gonna put... Should we put the 80s dashboard on here, or should we put a 90s dashboard? You know what? Nah, we're gonna make this like proper 80s. I want to be a proper 80s villain. I feel like, yeah, no. We're just gonna put that there. What? Are you not? Hi. Could you? Excuse me. Okay, cool. So that's the center. All right, good. I have learned where the center of the vehicle is. Now the next thing I need to do is recognize if that is that upside down? Hold on. Are you upside down? Hold on. Do I even know what upside down is anymore? Hold on, excuse me. Hi. What? Wait. Hold on. Uh-oh. How unfortunate. Uh-oh. How unfortunate. Hold on. 0. Here we go. I feel like we're gonna need to turn that to a 180. There we go! Alright. Excellent. So it is time for us to build this dashboard out proper. And the first thing I need to do is make sure that it's properly wide. I need to be a wide boy. There we go. A little bit less wide than that, so it's not quite sticking out, but wide enough that I feel fantastic putting this into place. Oh yes. Beautiful. And then we will almost be ready for taking this out for the amazing test drive. Because as you know, we don't really need anything else in a car. We just need a seat that is way too low. Hold on, that's way too low. I'm never going to be able to reach the actual seat here. I have made a mistake. I have done some things that I ought not to have done. One of them is... Ooh! Ooh! Hold on a second, chat. What? Where did you go? What? Where did... Oh. Oh no, I turned you into you. Hold on, chat. Excuse me. Well, this is a happy little accident, alright? Because we're just gonna... Foink. There we go. See, look at that. Look, we got an entire dashboard ready to go. And it's even the right color, chat. It's perfect. Alright, excuse me. 0. 180. There we go. You know what? I'm a genius, chat. I'm a genius. 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 Alright, cool. So then, just expand it out a little bit. A little bit more and a little bit more. Okay, maybe not that much, but expand it out like a little bit. There we go. I have reached perfection! Beautiful. There we go. And then you just lower it a little bit more. And now we've got the perfect dashboard, chat. This is great. Alright, sweet. I got a dashboard now. We don't have any way to open the door, but you know what? That's fine. If you're sitting here... Yeah. Alright, cool. Kind of want to move that so it's actually... So you can actually, you know... use the car. That might be nice. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that'll be fine. You can just, like, hop in if you need to. Okay, so I just put some pins. I put a set of pedals. Do you have just a set of pedals I can use? Look at that. We got our shifter we got our shifter on the wheel. That's good. You know what? I'm going to add Wait. Yes. Left-hand drive. What? Oh, okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. We're gonna just shove some of these on here real quick. And then we are going to get to driving, and you guys are gonna be so impressed because I am going to know how to drive. There we go. It does not have an airbag, which is fine, because we don't expect anyone who's driving this to actually know what an airbag is. If they know what an airbag is, they might be able to also know what a lawyer is, and then they might sue us. So it's probably for the best that they don't know what either of those things are. That way, I do not get sued. No one comes after me after their family members die. And everything works out. There we go. Okay. Fantastic. So you can reach over that when you're reaching over that to reach over that. And there you go. We got our windshield wipers. We got everything you need. It goes up to 110 miles an hour, which is probably fine. She looks decent. We've got a seat that you would probably not want to be in an accident with, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. You'll probably survive the accident, right? The accident was 10 years ago. Wake up, it's not your fault. Wake up, wake up. It's not your fault. The accident wasn't your fault. Ooh, wait, hold on. I can give it a headrest. Are you a headrest? Are you a headrest? Hi. What? No. It's not a headrest. Where do I get a headrest that'll actually blend in with this quilted back thing? Hold on. I'll look inside of here. Do you have any headrests? I would like a headrest or two. Thank you. You know what? I'm not sure how confident I am with the sheer quantity. I could just put some chairs in there. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is great. This thing's gonna be so comfy. Are you kidding me? Oh, hell yeah. Hold on. I can... Whoop. There we go. We don't need a clutch. This thing's an automatic, baby. Ooh, baby. Hold on. 0. What? No. What? No. 0. 180. Alright, there we go. Now, we have the perfect setup for my car. It's just like 2 little bits. And we'll set those up over here. There we go. Hello, Shrekbeard! Holy moly, it has been a while. Welcome in. Good to see you. How are you doing? If you need to get going, feel free to get going. I'm Himawari Kotetsu, your Tokusatsu villain Vtuber. It has been a while. Very excited to see you again. I see you are getting some decent folks tuning in. In case you don't know who I am, I'm Himawari Kotetsu. No, this is not how I normally look, but, you know, we're playing a game that's fairly resource-intensive. So, I decided to show up as a possum instead. I want to show you our amazing car. What do you think about the owl? What do you think about the... Tatters? Holy moly, it's Tatters! What do you think about the King Owl? That's the name of our lovely new car that we're designing, and we're going to be driving it shortly. This is the King Owl. I like the owl, it's very avian-pilled. I like owls in general. I like possums better, but I do like owls. Kinda big. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, dude, look at the engine. This is an inline 6. Look at the size of it. The entire front is a single inline 6. Look at it. It's amazing. Dude, wait, hold on. You gotta hear how this thing sounds. Are you ready for this shit? Because I don't think you are. It's amazing. It is the greatest car. Inline 6 level. I like inline 6s, I like V8s, but I also really like the inline 6. Inline 6 is just one of those. Now, it is apparently the least desirable car I could make. So this would not do well in the, pretty much anything in the game. But, that said, we're gonna just be driving it. so I mean, it's probably fine, right? It has a theoretical top speed of 260 miles an hour. It will not be reaching that theoretical top speed, probably no matter what we wind up doing. That said, it'll be interesting to see what happens. It'll be very interesting to see what happens here once we get into the actual heat of things. The heat and potatoes, as you will. Now, I've been told that certain things do not carry over properly between the car creator and the actual game. You know what? We're gonna get all of our coolant here. I want this engine to be cold. Chat, I want this engine to be cold. Give me some cooling flaps. Flow optimized. Where are you? There we go. We'll have this thing flow optimized. Field of flow! Yes, yes. So she should have plenty of brake airflow, plenty of engine airflow. Yeah, she'll be able to brake just fine. We have only a set of 3 seats in the front. Now, I don't know why people don't like this, but here's our seating arrangement. We have 3 seats up front, no seat belts, and nothing else in the back. You can see the fuel tank back there. We have a fuel tank, empty space for storage, some pedals, and that's about it. I mean, do you really need anything else in a car? We got like a column shifter. You know, like this is where your feet are gonna go. Ignore the fact that the engine's right here. Right here. I probably want to put some sort of a wall there between the people in the car. This is how it was meant to be, now and forever, amen. Praise be our Heavenly Father. Praise be our Heavenly Father. Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and also to the Holy Spirit divine. Give rest, O Lord, overlooking all of our offenses. Hallelujah, 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 glory to you, our God. I'm just saying, this car, it'll make you call out to Jesus. Probably because you think you're about to explode. Watch a Vtuber called Repent to Jesus, she's fun. I know her, I raided her once. She said my faith was lacking because I didn't use the right verbiage to describe my relationship with God. I raided her once, and then she forcibly raided everybody else elsewhere, and I'm like, okay, alright. That's fine. You know, I'd rather somebody think that I don't have enough faith than somebody think that I have more faith than I do. Because at the very least, it reminds me that I need to work on my faith constantly. But yeah, no. This is the Owl. There's not much to her. We're actually just going to convert her and go to business. I do want to put back on the roof here. So we are going to really quickly... Where are you? You know what? That'll actually be a cool look. You know, that's a good way to look at it? Yeah, no. Like, legitimately. Like, whether she's right or not right, the fact of the matter remains, if somebody's calling my faith into question, it gives me a reason to examine my own faith. And that, I don't consider a bad thing. Examining your faith on a regular basis to see where you stand and see where your decisions fall, I don't see that being a problem. Like, if someone has reason to question your faith, then examine your faith and figure out what you are doing right, what you are doing wrong. Figure out if they're good. Test them to see if they're right or if they're wrong. And I would always rather have somebody go, hey, your faith is not enough, rather than somebody just go, nah, you got everything perfect. And then I go up to the pearly gates, and then it's just, hey, so that person was completely wrong. Get into the pit. Hey, get in the pit. What? You heard me. Get in the pit. Alright, so we got our cold hot. We have our battery. Is that our battery? Yeah, we have our battery. Oil pressure. Are there any gauges we're missing here? I don't think we're really missing any gauges. We got a basic radio. We don't really... I don't think we need anything more. It might be nice to have, like, an actual, like, a bedding here so we don't have open air down here. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually gonna extend things out here so that we don't just have down to the road. Hold on. Excuse me. I am going to toss a large cube back here. What? Where'd the cube go? Where's my cube? Where's my... Oh, there's my cube. Alright, boys. Excuse me. We're just gonna, real quick here, throw down a cube. I feel like this cube should be more than enough, right? Alright, everybody, let's see what we got here. Alright, welcome to the cube. Everybody, this is the cube. He's very friendly. He's a very friendly fella. Yep, let me just move him up there a little bit. You could call this an ecumenical conference. You'd be wrong, but you could call it that, theoretically. There we go. And there we... Hold on. There we go. Okay. So, I've at least put a little bit of something on there to maybe be slightly better than it was. Now I just carpet it. Hold on. Hold on, I feel like... Chat, you know... Hold on. I feel like I've made some mistakes somewhere along the line. Alright, there we go. Now we've got at least a little bit of plywood back there. You know, I'm starting to see why they might consider that this car is less than desirable. Considering we got like a bit of... we got like a sheet over this bit back here. And nothing else. There's not really much to this car other than, like, the basics. But that might be enough to get us through. I'm not sure. I'm gonna move this forward a bit. So we can, excuse me here. Let me just move this down so we can at least have some flooring. That'd be nice. Excuse me. Yeah, there we go. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna... putting just straight up leather instead of actual, like, carpeting, while that may work, I'm not certain, right? I get the feeling... Like, do we want to just have the exposed metal of the ground here with... Oh, we've got parts just sticking up through this. It's probably fine, right? Yeah, it's probably fine. Alright, I'm going to decouple this from here, and what we're going to do next is we're going to move this over to here. Thank you, thank you. We're going to move that just high enough that it keeps your feet off of the, who's-ma-call-it? Then we're going to get the Whiz-Wambler, right? I'm going to expand this out so that it slightly protects your legs. There we go. You don't have... You won't have much leg space, but at the very least, you're not going to have your feet burned by all of those cables for the exhaust. And you know what? I call that a slight victory. Very slight indeed. There we go. Let me move that up a little bit. There we go. And look at that. Now, you got like a nice little comfy view here. I'll put the camera right there. We'll move this to here. Get these bits a little bit higher so it's not quite as bad. There we go. We don't really need to worry about the firewall. Hey, if you can hear more of the engine, that just means you hear more of the engine, right? That's fine. I still want to add a firewall here, chat. Like, I know I'm betraying the mission. I know I'm betraying the mission, but hear me out. Maybe a bit of just something to block it slightly wouldn't be such a bad idea. Alright? So what I'm gonna do... Yoink. We're just gonna put some leather there. That ought to muffle it without ruining the aerodynamics and everything else. The Olympic gold medal finalists for passenger windshield launch competition. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we don't need anything like, you know, seat belts, airbags, or anything. It's only 2020. It's only 2020, chat. Here we go. I'll just put that. You know what? I'll move that a little bit. You know, move that because apparently the game thinks that should be about there, right? All right. Then we'll just move this to dead center. There we go. Hold on. Oh, is that how that's supposed to go? Oh, hold on. Excuse me. Do 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 do. I'm tickled pink that things are rosy and skies are blue once again. Oh, it seems that red letter day when I will pop the question and she'll say okay. And then we'll be married in the month of May. Alright, there we go. Chat, it is a beautiful new day. We have successfully gotten the eagle. The owl. I keep mixing up eagle and owl. Eagles and owls are not the same thing, chat. You may not know this. Your history teacher may not have taught you back in the day. Eagles and owls are slightly different. It's true. I shouldn't have to be the one to tell you this. Unfortunately, you know how it goes sometimes. Grok, is that true? Hey, Grok. Can you draw me a picture of Jessica Alba naked to show me that that's true? I'm afraid I can't do that. Damn it, Grok! No, why? Why, Grok, why? Are there any other, like, pedal packages that I can use instead? Ooh, that one might be nice. Yeah, ooh, I like that one. Hold on. Yeah, that one will work. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. Now we've got our little pedal area down there. I think we can reach that, right? Somebody can reach that, right? A person can fit this car, can't they? Maybe. Then we'll put the head bit for the camera, like right here. Yeah, okay, cool. So we have to pop down an export camera. Can you... Excuse me. That's not gonna help. Excuse me, could you... Hi. What? What do you mean? Okay, get that in 3D mode. What the fuck? Hi. 0. 180. Wait, hold on. Nope. There we go. Alright, let's try and get this thing Oh! Shoot! Managed it first time. So your head's about here. Hey, chat, look at that! We actually set it up first try. Okay, if that's how that's gonna be, I probably want to move this back a bit, right? Okay, have a good stream. You have a good night. You kidding me? You have a good night. Me have a good stream. You have a good night. Alright, so that's what it's gonna look like when we're driving this thing. And I believe we are now ready to export her. And we will see how this thing drives. Spoiler alert, it's probably not going to drive great. Alright? It is probably the least desirable car I have ever made. However, I don't know why. It seems fine to me. Chat, it gets 5 miles to the gallon. Chat, it gets 5 miles to the gallon. Okay, that might explain a few things. However, alright? We are going to grab that car. The Wildebeest. Actually, I think I want to rename it. Wait, we wanted to name it like the Owl, right? King Owl or Big Owl? It's the Wildebeest King Owl. Yes. This is going to be the Kotetsu Motor Corp. The KMC, Kotetsu Motor Corporation. King Owl. Released in 2020. Now, as you all know, this is very much a car that definitely looks like it was released in 2020. You can tell by the fact that it has no seat belts, no airbags. It's got, like, basically nothing. It doesn't even have rear seats. It's kind of just a pickup truck. I mean, hey, at least the seats it does have are very comfortable. So we are going to see, manual save. Can we export her? Summary, export car. All right, chat. We are going to go through the export process. This is the KMC King Owl. Going to be the Kotetsu Motor Company King Owl. Actually, would it be Himawari Motor Company? Yeah, well, it's fine. All right, merge the fixtures, zip pack, high resolution textures. All right. Export. Come on, baby. Please function. We are going to export, and it is going to work, and it is going to be an amazing car. It's going to be the best car ever. It's going to be so cool. All right. Now, we exit to desktop, and we load up the other game, chat. We load up BeamNG. Beam. All right, boys. It is time to test out our ultimate car. Thank you. It's time to test out the ultimate car. The most incredible vehicle that you will ever see. Brought to you by me. Warning, photosensitivity risk. This game may be too epic, and you may die. All right, boys, let's go over to... You know what? Let's go to Utah, because it'll be hot and miserable, chat. Let's go to Utah. We're going to go to the auto repair shop, and we're going to test this car out. I'm happy. All right, boys, it's time for the King Owl. 1,500 horsepower. Somehow I don't think this is going to turn out well. We're going to start in the early morning. Yes, we're going to start at sunrise. And we are going to explore. Get in the zone, auto repair zone. Get in the zone. Auto zone. Market thinks Black Rock. Oh no. Excuse me, I'm looking at some interesting things about finances. Ooh, Windows 98. Alright, chat. Welcome to the Fancy Owl Car's first flight. This is definitely going to turn out well. We are going to drive. It's going to be great. It is not going to explode. It's not finishing loading. We are going into Utah. And on the other hand, by going to Utah, we are not going to have our tires stolen. My greatest hope here. Okay. My greatest hope here is that this car will actually work. All right. How does it look to sit here? Whoa, whoa, oh! All right, boys, welcome to Utah. It is time for us to race on our maiden voyage. You know, this is going pretty good. I think Utah's turning out pretty good so far. I feel like I'm playing Mafia 2, but that's probably fine. What? Oh, shit! Cheese it, it's the fuzz! Oh, shit, what am I doing? Oh, shit! We lost a tire! Oh, no! My first time out! Oh, no! No, no, no! It's my first time out in this car! I just built this car! You can't take me to jail! Okay, considering how well this thing's driving with a missing tire, I think we've made a successful car, chat. Holy fuck. How is this thing driving so well with a missing tire? This thing's built like a fucking tank. Utah police do not seem happy with me, right? Alright, listen. This is fine. Alright, we're having to do a lot of recoveries, but that's just because the Utah police are mean. Oh, shit! Alright, so I may not be a good driver, but the car is good at least, right? How did you warble that much? Hold on, can you not warble that much? She sounds good. She drives good. She handles pretty decent. She looks gorgeous. She's got the all-wheel drive, so she should be able to handle a lot. She's not overheating like the other vehicle was. I mean, I'm just bad at driving, but you know what? If it wasn't for me being bad at driving, this would be pretty good. Yeah, no, I think we've actually made a car that's usable, functional, proper. Then again, the other cars also were pretty good at this speed. See how fast she can get? Alright. Listen. Okay, listen. I may not be anything near a decent driver, but I do know when I see a solid bit of speed. So she can hit 95 fairly easily on the highway. She's not as fast as some of the other cars we designed. She sounds really good. She drives pretty good. I'm kind of being constantly surprised by just how fragile she is. She's very, very fragile, actually. Like, absurdly fragile. Like, I don't understand how the car is this fragile, right? Oh my gosh, how does she sound from inside in here? Wow, that is really satisfying. I like how you speak. Heck yeah. Alright, what do we got? Try and see what we can do here. Try and speed along. We're able to get it to 100, 120, 130. Son of a... You know? I can recover this. Yeah, I could survive that too. I mean, considering how this vehicle has no seat belts, I think most of us could survive it. You know. Okay, can't survive that. Why are you slamming into me? I'm obviously dead. I'm obviously dead. Why are you slamming into me? Yeah. Just a few bones broken. Let's try and actually drive here like a sane person. It's a shame none of my internals work. Oh, sorry, hold on. I'm sorry, what? Did we lose part of the front bumper? Did we lose part of our front bumper? Hold on, excuse me. Vehicle actions. I need to turn on the lights. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. What game is this? So it's BeamNG Drive, and it is also automation. You can use automation to design the cars, then you can use BeamNG to drive them. So I built this car on stream just now. We built this car, and now we're driving it through Utah. It's a fun little gaming experience. It's kind of awesome. Yeah. You get to set up what kind of like suspension you want to have, what kind of tire pressure you want to have, what kind of tire compounds you want to use, what kind of headlights you want to use, every single aspect of the car. So despite this looking like a really old style car, I actually made this using a carbon fiber frame instead of using the steel frame, right? So it's actually really lightweight. And I built a massive ICE inline 6 engine under the hood so we could get as much speed as possible. And it sounds really good, right? Like, this is a good sounding car. And even though we're on fairly low settings here, it is a decent looking game. That's my car enthusiast friend to check this out. Well, yeah, I mean, if you got a buddy who knows how to work on cars already, they will have a lot easier time. But even if you don't know how to work on cars, one of the good things about this game is it has a automated feature where it'll have a little, like, it's called AI, but it's not like AI in the sense of like generating images and whatnot. It has a little like thing that'll try and generate out the bits that you don't want to work on. So if you just want to design how the body looks, you can tell it, hey, I want this type of vehicle, and it'll give the stats to make it relatively decent. You'll always do better building it yourself, right? You will always make a better car knowing what you're doing and working on it yourself than the little, like, automated system will. But I think this has actually turned out pretty good so far. Because, like, I set this up because you can change everything. You can change how big the pistons are, what kind of pistons. Do you want to use them out of steel? Do you want to use them out of aluminum? Do you want a billet style? Do you want an inline engine, a box engine? Do you want a V6, a V8? I do want to see how some of our other vehicles handle these more realistic drivings. I'm going to swap us out for one of my other vehicles, and we're going to see if we can... still do decent driving in one of the other ones we made. I would like to see some other bits. Yeah, so there is, like, kind of AI, but it's not invasive, right? It's literally just changing the sliders for you. Oh, that is fun. Oh, that is fun. That is fun. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, what other vehicles? Let's see some of these other vehicles and see if these do any better. So, let's see. Is this one gonna work? In an actual... Oh! It's gonna crash the game! Okay. Both of these are in... not alpha, but they're in a testing stage, so sometimes crashes are going to happen. It's got badass tires. Yeah, no, and the modability is something I like as well. Let's see here. Alright, we'll go back to Utah. And we will see if we can use the other car we made earlier. Will it crash or will it load? It's my favorite game of the evening. If it crashes, then it crashes. If it loads, then it loads. It is time for adventure. Come on, baby. Ooh, baby. That's what I'm talking about. It's your boy. The Crashatron 9000. Please, please, please work. Please work. Alright, good news. Alright, let's see. Turn on the lights. Let's see if she can handle highway speeds. Okay, she seems to be going fine. I don't like how she sounds like she's knocking. Am I imagining that? Oh, jeez. I opened your full stream, your character's so cute. Well, thank you. So this is the outfit I use when I'm playing a game that uses a lot of resources. I have a normal outfit that I use as well, which is just me in my little combat armor outfit. You know, actually, as far as highway speeds are concerned, this thing's actually really good. Yeah. This thing actually drives really, really well. It sounds loud, but it's got a lot of storage space. You could get a lot done in this vehicle. I feel like if we made it so the starting gear was a bit lower than 35. We've got a little bit of problems here when it comes to going under 30. She likes to rev a little bit too high. She, for some reason, likes to be around 3,000. Okay, no, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, no. We're gonna have to go back to the... Yeah, no, she's heating up too much. Alright. Let's see what else we have here. Vehicle actions. Can we do a shift on what vehicle we have here? I would like... Vehicle features. Can I... Quick actions? No. How do you... Free roam actions? Is that it? Let's see. My favorite car mechanic. Well, we don't do this all the time, but it is something I enjoy doing from time to time. We do a lot of different games on here. The downside of me doing as many games as I do is it's hard to know if I'm going to be doing something that you'll be interested in. But the upside is, if you're not interested in something, usually, you'll be able to fairly easily, reliably know that it won't be there forever, right? Can I do that? Vehicle parts and config, select vehicle. There it is. Alright, let's try and see how this bad boy does. We'll see how this one works, if it doesn't crash the game. And we'll see if this one drives any better, or if we still have the same issues. Let's see how you work! Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's try to just go through highway speeds. Let's try and just drive like normal. Oh, this one's kind of shaking a little bit. I don't think she likes regular regular, like, city speeds. Oh, it's 30 through here. Hold on. Try and keep it at 30. Can we actually keep it at 30? Without it having some, like, horrifying problem? Can we actually drive at 30 miles an hour? Oh, that might be harder than you might think, actually. Wait, its top rev is 12,000 RP. Damn it. Should drive at high speeds next? We should definitely try it. The problem with a lot of these is the high speeds on them. Okay. Let's see if this one can even get to high speeds. Oh, shoot! Yeah, she doesn't really like to turn. We can get to 60, 70. I want to try to get to a highway at some point. Oh, we're doing a hill climb. Oh no, this is gonna be hard. Hold on. I gotta try to climb up this hill in the middle of Utah. We're gonna see if we can... Come on. Come on. Okay, we're making it. We're making it. This is fine. This is fine. There's a lot of police everywhere. It's okay. Just don't die. We're calm. We're collected. We're gonna try and find an open highway. When we get to an open highway, we're gonna try and drive as fast as we can and hope for the best. We'll see what we can do over there. This is a bad idea. I shouldn't have tried to pass. There's a reason it's double yellow. There is a reason it's double yellow. Holy moly. Yeah, welcome to Utah. Okay, we're back at the start. We're at like the fuel place. Oop, oop, oop. Well, she sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, it's a solid ride. Oh, shoot! Hey, she still drives! She still drives. It's fine. She still drives. Hima broke my tooth. Well, stop breaking your teeth. Well, we outran the cops. And really, isn't that the important part? I don't think these are built for off-road in chat. I don't know. You have evaded the police. But at what cost? At what cost? I think so far out of these, I like this one, and I really like that like 1920s style car that we had as well. I like this one, right? This one's cool. I really do like the, I like the King Owl. The King Owl's fun. The Bolo isn't practical. You evaded the police, but not death. Okay, listen. You might be right, admittedly. But I don't have a response. So I'm just gonna say you're probably right, yes. 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 And I don't really have a response, I just, you know. So, I mean, these are the cars that we made. I still think the King Owl, these two look the best, and they also just drive the best. The King Owl's amazing. This thing's great. We're gonna make more cars, chat. Chat, we're gonna make more cars, and we're gonna drive them off another cliff. It's gonna be great. All right, let's go build another car, chat. It is time to build a car. This car will be the most car that has ever carred. You will love my car. Do you like my car? Of course you like my car. It is the car that I made. That's what makes it special. How's the car? New one? Well, we tried out the car. We found out that the King Owl drives really, really good. It sounds really good. It handles really good. It's just a good car. So, Oncey, it is a good car. It is a really just nice and delightful car. And I enjoy it a lot. It makes me happy. Hope you had fun in your distraction. It go vroom vroom. It go very vroom, a very vroom. A vroom 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 vroom. How, how. Eat some tortilla chip. Nyam. The vroomiest of the vroomers. Yes. It is the vroomiest vroom that has ever vroomed. Do you enjoy vrooming? You better. Because there's always going to be more things to vroom! I don't know why I said that like it's a slogan or something, but hey. Let's design another car, chat. Let's see. I would like a new car. We're just gonna do manual. Don't care. Now we're just gonna do manual. We're gonna hope for the best. And it is time to build a car. If I'm gonna build a car, right? Whenever you press a button on your clicky keyboard, the character speaks. It's true. That's because it's not me pushing a button on the clicky keyboard. It's me speaking. That's my secret. That is my secret. I have been clicky speaking this whole time. Dun, dun, dun! Let's see. Let's see what we've got here. Alright, boys. I believe it's time for us to make a new car. Well, we made a car. We made a wagon. We made a sedan. You know what? Let's make a truck. Chat, let's make a pick-em-up truck. Let's make a pick-em-up truck. Make a really big pick-em-up truck. What are some big pick-em-up trucks? What is the biggest pick-em-up truck you've got? Holy moly. Okay, so the 94 pickup truck is going to be our biggest. Now, between you and me, I've never liked crew cabs on a pickup truck. I believe if you're going to make a pickup truck, you make a pickup truck. Trucks are nice and useful, they are. And we're going to make this truck out of solid steel. Actually, should we make it out of steel or aluminum? Aluminum sounds... Aluminium? Partial aluminum? You could do partial aluminum, aluminium. Let's say it'd be partial aluminum and partial steel. Corrosion resistance would go higher. Oh wait, treated steel. Why don't you just do treated steel? Hold on, yeah. Well, yeah, we could just do treated steel and then we could just have a really nice, like, proper truck, right? I know Steam builds so much I'll sit on the back in the open. That's probably not a good idea, you might die. You know, we'll make it the safest car I can. Alright. Let's look for safety. Safety? Anything more safe? Well, you're just better. You're just better. Welcome to my new truck. Let's see. Let's go for safety. Safety is my #1 concern. I don't feel like carbon fiber is going to be very safety. I don't know, a carbon fiber underbelly? I don't see that being particularly safe, actually. Alright. Alright. How's the carbon fiber corroding? How's the carbon fiber corroding? We all get to hang out. Hold on. There we go. Put this in the front. Let me see here. What's our safest loadout here? Drivability. Probably want the highest load capacity, right? Right? Probably want the highest load capacity. So we'll just like get a really like high load capacity. We're gonna carry this thing as much as we can. Now the question is, what kind of truck do we want here? That's the truck with the van backing. That's the truck with the van backing. Hold on. There we go. We'll just have it as a truck. You're gonna be sitting on the back as well. That's probably the least safe place to sit. All right. Well, I'm gonna make this car. We're gonna increase the bed. Okay. What's our boot angle? I feel like we want a little bit more sturdiness on that. You know what? We'll even expand our fenders so it looks a little bit less weird. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Lengthen the entire front of the truck. That way you know you have a really good truck. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hood angle. Aerodynamic. No, try spacious. Spacious. Oh, yeah, now that's a truck. Those are like the ones at the construction site. Well, I mean, we could always, like, put the van bit on top of it, right? Okay. Maybe I am making this thing a little too large. No, that'll be good. That'll be good. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, chat. This thing's starting to look very, I think interesting is the word I would use. Interesting is the word I would use, yes. It looks like an old guy. When you look at the front, it looks kind of just like an old guy. We're going to build the ultimate pickup truck, and then we are going to go pick up a team of underpaid construction workers who are going to help us somehow. I haven't decided how they're going to help us yet. You know what? They're going to help us build more trucks. That'll work. There we go. You'll have plenty of step down there. Well, we're going to change the color eventually, but right now we're building the body, right? You know what? I feel like just doing it as a box will make it cheaper to make. I also feel like we need to make a longer bed. Oh, look at how much stuff you can carry on this, chat! Think about how much stuff you can carry! Oh, yes! Think about all the stuff we can carry back there. We can fit so many people in there. Chat. We can fit so many people in here. Oh, hold on. I could make that even shorter. Interesting. Think about all the stuff we can put back. Yeah, we could carry people, we could carry stuff. It's probably not a bad idea, right? We'll just, like, move that a little bit. You know what? Yeah, we'll make that really boxy. Oh, baby. That's what I'm talking about. My truck. My truck's more truck than your truck. All right, now we get to paint it. All right, we're thinking blue. We're thinking of blue. All right, hold on. How about kind of more of a toothpaste greeny blue? Yeah. Hold on. I got an idea. Yeah, I kind of like that sort of like toothpastey, sort of like dullish blue. It's kind of like an that's a blue that's going to be a pain to keep clean. But you know what? We're not the ones who are going to keep it clean. That's someone else's problem. That is someone else's problem. Excuse me. We are going to actually have that properly. Where are you? Ooh, bed liner. There we go. We'll have a proper bed liner on it. Hey, look at that. It's properly lined. That way it won't go bad. Toothpaste blue. Yes. Toothpaste blue. Toothpaste blue. Toothpaste blue. Toothpaste blue. There we go. I like that. Okay. There we go, now the whole bed's properly set up. Ta-da! And chat, think of all the stuff we can haul. We can haul so much stuff. He was an ST entertainer and leader. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm amazing. Sometimes. Other times, I'm not so amazing. Alright, boys. It's time to get our turn signals. We're gonna have those down here. There we go. Thank you. Then we're gonna have our truck lights. Wow, that doesn't look very... Hold on. This doesn't feel right. You know what? I've realized what I need here. You know what this truck needs? The same lights I put on literally everything. Chat, that's what this truck needs. It needs the same lights I put on literally every one of my vehicles. Now it looks kind of sad. It looks like a grumpy old dude who's kind of sad. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Give me some indicators. What do we got here? There we go. Look Looks like it's got a big old lip. I love my lips. Ritazuki Tower, this is Air Force 801. My prop is almost empty and I'm flying on one lung. You know what? I'll get on board with that. Hell yeah. Tail lights. How about some tail lights, chat? What kind of tail lights should I put on this thing? I feel like there's a very specific kind of tail light that'll really fit this best. I feel like we just kind of need utility lights. Yeah, we just kind of need, like... Just need some basic utility lights back there. Yeah. There we go. Look, it's so... There we go. It's truck. It's a very truck. I'm not sure if it's the best truck, but you know what? It's the truck we've got. It's not a great looking truck, but I'm hoping we'll make it a truck that hauls a bunch of stuff. And you know what we need? We need a front for this truck. What kind of truck front are we putting on here? We're gonna put on a badge or decal. Those are brands, social media. Let's see. Interesting. Vtube! Brands, huh? Red Mule. You know what? We could have this be... Envisia. What are these? Make a yellow truck and then have its brand be a duck? I could see that. Orca Express Chinese Kitchen? Instead of Panda Express, you have Orca Express? Oh, I love that. Oh, these are amazing. These little, like, fake brands are great. Oh, these are great. Look at all these little brands. Fish Hunt Shop. That would be an amazing name for my car company. Welcome to my car company. Fish Hunt Shop. Could put the UMS badges on things. Poor energy. Chat. That looks so cool. How about making your truck into like a company truck? Well, we're gonna like put a bunch of like badges on them and then hope for the best. These are such lovely little knockoff companies. Dan Jackman's. Dan Jackman's, really? You know what? There we go. Excuse me. We're gonna put that there. I've decided this is now a Dan Jackman's branded truck. There we go. Thank you. And we're gonna mirror it. You're not gonna be able to really see what it is, but you know what? It's probably fine. You can't see the branding, chat. You can't see the branding. It's Dan Jackman's. Oh, what's your car? I can't really see what it... Well, you have to look real close at it to see what kind of car it is. You know what? I have decided. That's what we're doing. Chat, we're gonna have the worst branding on this thing. There we go. You can't really see. You can't really tell. It's maybe... Like, there's a company name on there somewhere. We just never thought anybody would get the car in this color. That is actually the perfect idea, chat. Lip spoiler wing. Fuel cap. Oh yeah, we need to have a fuel cap here. There we go. I don't know where the fuel tank goes, but you know what? It's gonna be a big, bulky one. There we go. Right behind the door there. A Dan Jackman's company truck. It's a very poorly designed one, but you know what? It is one. Hold on. If we're building a truck like this, it's gotta be... There we go. There we go. We just got it like carved into the side. There you go. Beautiful. I'm sorry, do you think that's gonna be like that? No, it's gonna be plastic. We're gonna have just a little plastic cover on there. Oh yeah, look at that. Just a little plastic cover there. Hold on. We'll have that be steel. Just a little plastic locking cap. This is certainly truck. This is certainly very truck. Hello, yes. I am truck today. How are you? I am truck. I feel like this needs... That is technically a front grille. However, I'm not sure that's gonna work. Make the tires bigger? Well, the tires are a later stage, right? We're going stage by stage, alright? I'm just trying to figure out what we're gonna do on each stage as we go, right? It's such a tiny little thing. That doesn't look right. That's not right at all. It's adorable. Yeah, no, we got different stages that'll do different bits. So let me see here. What if I I don't like the look of that. That one doesn't look quite right. You think it looks fine? I don't know if it does. Like with the little tiny bit. This one kind of looks like a smile. Chat, I think it's perfect. Chat, I think it's perfect. Oh, that's such a small little... Oh, it's so cute. You know what? There's our truck. There's our truck. I don't know who's gonna be buying this truck, but I hope they take him to a good home. Let's make that at least a little bit bigger. It looks like it's a baby with a buck tooth now. Chat, it looks like just a little baby with a buck tooth. It's adorable. It's so adorable. The little tiny fella. It looks so cute! There's no way it's getting enough air, though. It's gonna be a little asthmatic truck. There's no way it's getting enough air. There we go, chat. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Hold on. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. She's a little friend. He looks so happy! I can't wait to accidentally drive it down a cliff and then cry. Alright, here's your new truck of tomorrow. The Dan Jackmans. Model 1. Or Model 3? Yeah, it's model number 3. Happy truck. This thing's gonna be, it's gonna be so sad when this thing goes careening down a cliff. It really is. Oh, it really is. Here we go, let me just, yeah, we'll just give that, just put that back there. There we go. Look at how small that little exhaust is! Look at that tiniest little exhaust on this massive truck. No, what I need to do... We're gonna put a Mako top exhaust on here. There we go. That way you can roll coal in style. There we go. There we go. You know what I've decided? Hold on. We're gonna mirror it. There we go. Where's the exhaust? It's right there. Excuse me. There we go. There we go! Look at that! It's adorable! Now it looks like it has little ears up there. This thing is ridiculous. What kind of heresy tech am I looking at? You're looking at an adorable little truck. This is the little truck that can't. This is Dan Jackman's little tiny truck. Happy little light blue truck. It's also cute. I can't wait for it to try and evade the police. We will definitely see some amazing things when that happens. A Barbie pickup truck. Listen, I'm just saying, man, like, it's fine. It'll work. It'll work. Maybe. Make it pink. It's already baby blue. I mean, I could make it pink. Hold on. Let me make sure we've got the appropriate. There we go. Those little cheap little handles there. There we go. We just got these little tiny handles on the sides. It's great. There we go. Perfect. Hold on. There we go. We got a little cheap lock on there. Give the truck, like, maybe making it sit. Making it, like, white at the back. That's awful. That's awful. That's awful. That's awful. That's a terrible idea. We're not making it into an actual baby truck, although that would be silly. That would be silly. This is a manly man's truck. It just happens to look a bit goofy. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I think the best thing ever would be if you did a trail, like, you did an advertisement for this, and you made it the most manly advertisement you possibly can, right? It's the ultimate in truck technology. Our truck's more truck than yours, and it's ready to truck your whole life. Introducing, Dan Jackman's number 3. You just don't call out the fact that it does not look manly in the slightest. It does not. It's a little guy. He's a little fella. He's a little fella. He's just a little fella. All right, let's put on an actual. Where are we gonna have this from? There's no way it's showing up in Texas. There's no way it's showing up in New York either. Or Wales. Or Japan. Actually, there's no way it's showing up really anywhere. Sure. There we go. And there we go. It's a nice truck. This is actually, I could see this truck being sold in Japan. Actually, you know what, chat? I could see this truck being sold in Japan. This is a truck that would be sold in Japan, and then people would buy it as a novelty. And it would go to, like, some museums and whatnot. Look, it's the ultimate truck. If it was being sold in Japan, it would have to be smaller. But, you know, we're building the ultimate truck. The truckest truck to ever have trucked. There we go. I probably don't want to actually put that there, so it doesn't. There we go. Got the little radio tower antenna thing back there. Good. All right, let's get some different tire things on it. So this is a utility. Let's grab some utility hubcaps. Holy moly! Look at that. Oh, I like that. Hold on. It's not going anywhere, chat. It's not going anywhere. Need sturdy tires. True. Okay, there we go. We've got our tire designs. We'll still have to do some extra... Oh, hold on. We forgot the tow hook. Chat, we almost forgot the tow hook. You gotta have a tow hook. Lift that up a little bit. There you go. So now it can tow things. There we go. We got a tow hook on it. We got some truck to it. It'll be good. I need another backup. I need another backup light. That way we can have. I feel like that's not how that's supposed to be. There we go. And you know what? We'll put another one right up there. That way you can know when it's about to stop. There we go. Look at that. You know exactly when it's going to stop. There we go. All right. Good, good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Let me see here. What have we got? What's this? I don't think those would ever stay on the vehicle, chat. Chat, while I think these are cute, there is no way lights like that on a pickup truck are ever gonna last. We get some sturdy... This stuff throws me off. That's awful. This on the front, this is awful. I feel like we have to leave the version with the little, like, drop down, though. Man. Alright. What else does a pickup truck need? We have the tow hook. We have the door handles. We have that. I don't think we really need, like, any badges or anything on the hood. I think we're pretty much golden on that front. Put some 4x4 on the back here. You know what? It's a 4x4. There we go. 4x4. Turbo! It's a 4x4 turbo. There we go. Any other little tags we can put on there? Oh, I thought that was gonna say diesel, and I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, we should probably put like a little marker on there. Some of these are pretty cool. Little Nero's Pizza. Militech. Moonbeam Absinthe. Nico Time Cigarettes. The smooth taste expectant mothers crave. Fantastic. Fantastic. Pizza. Pizza. You guys are shouting about pizza? We're not putting a little pizza logo on it. We're not putting a pizza logo. I was looking for... We are not putting a pizza logo on the truck. No. I was looking for logos we could try and, like, little icons I could use for showing that it's a diesel truck or something. What do we have here? Any of these that I actually want to put on? There we go. 4x4 turbo. Perfect. I'm a genius. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. It's a 4x4 turbo! That way you know. That way you know. This is the ultimate. Uh-oh. Hold on. Excuse me. What? Oh. Okay. Hold on. Copy. Flip to opposite side. Mirror. Copy. Flip to opposite side. Mirror, right? Four by four turbo! 4x4 turbo! Alright, good. Good. Alright, I've learned so much, chat. I've learned so much. And now, we're gonna put our little logo from the... Is that fucking Freddy? That's fucking Freddy. That's Freddy Fazbear. Freddy Fazbear. Why is Freddy Fazbear here? Hold on. Alright, we're gonna make sure everybody knows whose truck this is. But this is Dan Jackman's. Wait, hold on. Yeah, we need to, hold on. Where are you? Freddy Fazbear, why are you here? There we go. Look at that. See? I'm a genius, chat. Okay, maybe not like a genius, but I'm like genius adjacent. Alright? There we go. Copy. Flip. Flip. Now you can tell what kind of truck it is. Freddy! No! No! We're not putting Freddy Fazbear on the truck. But I have put on the fact that it is a Dan Jackman's truck, for some reason. You're the most genius to ever genius. Thank you, thank you. I'm very genius. I think you'll find that out over time. Yes, yes. I should probably put, like, something on this panel here so we can... Hold on, I have an idea. What's that shade of orange? Do we have a shade of orange for that? Kind of like that, I guess. Dan Jackman's. Then we can put another one on the back here, right? And I can yoink. Wait, I have an idea. Hold on, chat. I am even smarter than I ever thought I was. Hold on. You know what we need, chat? You know what we need? We need... Alright. Alright, we need... Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. A spare tire right on the back. And then we can put the logo on the spare tire. I am smart. Okay, wait. I've just realized how small everything on this... Wait, hold on. Holy moly, wait. This truck's fucking huge. Pardon my language. Hold on. This truck's huge. Truck is huge. Well, we have a branded tire, and then we can put the Dan Jackman's logo. Good old Dan Jacknels. Fantastic drink for if you don't have anything better. Hell yeah. Just like Evan Williams, it takes the edge off. Let's see. There we go. Can you... Hold on. Excuse me. There we go. Ta-da! Now you can tell what kind of truck it is. I'm a genius. Then we just make that gray into the same shade as the orange. Ta-da! Now it's branding, chat. Now it's branding. Man, this truck is very large for as dopey as it looks, and I bet you people would still buy this thing. I bet you people would still buy this thing. They'd buy the hell out of this thing. You kidding me? And I can almost guarantee you almost none of the trucks on the road would have the headlights working. They'd just have the front one. Let's put a door handle back there on that bit too. Where's one of those middle mount ones? That way we can have things proper. Hold on. Alone again. Alone again. I know there's one of these that has middle ones. Middle grabs, middle grabs, middle grabs, middle grabs, middle, 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 middle. There you go. There we go. Look at that. Just kind of pop, pull it out, boom. It's perfect! Yes. We have now made... This truck's gonna be awful when it actually just like slams down the side of a cliff. Yeah, it's gonna be awful when it slams in a cliff. Okay. I think because we have it 4x4, we probably need to make it a 4x4. Probably, right? That seems like the best thing to do here would be to actually make it a 4x4. Yeah, we'll make it actually a 4x4. Let's just do a new project and we'll try and tell this thing what we want it to be. We want this thing to be a heavy-duty pickup truck. Yeah, heavy-duty pickup truck. Let's auto-generate an engine for it, and then we'll see what it does from there. Okay, boys. Let's see how much engine space we're actually using. Like nothing? What? Can't help but notice the engine's not here. Okay, there you are. I'm like, hold on. Can't help but notice that there's no engine. You know what, a V8's probably, like, just the best option. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's see. Cooling emissions, power density. You know, bring an aluminum billet engine out there. Hell yeah. Holy moly. Alright. Yeah, scale it up a little bit more. Yeah, that's still gonna be a small engine under this thing. Direct acting DOHC, right? Max friction. Wait, overhead cam seems to be just worse than this one, right? Yeah, no, that seems... yeah, this seems like the best option right now. Sure. We're gonna build our lovely little car here, and we're gonna see what we can do. I feel like torque's gonna be more important, right? I feel like torque's gonna be more important. You know, we're gonna do some titanium conrods here. Get that stuff nice and massive. I feel like I want more torque. I want this thing to be able to tow a tank. I want to tow a tank with this thing. VVT, what do you do? Variable volume. Oh, okay. Sure. And then you are variable valves. Sure. Sure, we'll make this a really, like, cool vehicle. Hi, how are you doing? I feel like we need more. I feel like we need more. I feel like we need more, chat. I feel like we need more. We need this thing to carry as much as possible. I'm gonna make this thing big, boys. Do you really think anybody's gonna be doing anything other than low quality in this thing? Let's be honest here, chat. This is a truck. You're gonna be using low quality fuel. You're probably gonna be using either an ethanol blend or unleaded gas. So you might still be even using regular gas, right? Okay, so almost everybody's using either regular quality or premium quality, looks like. It's like people are using... So the availability is actually going to be best on 95. Okay. So everybody's using unleaded, right? You guys are using unleaded 95 for most things. That's fine. Sure. We'll do what's most reliable. Our valve's got float. Damn. Big manifold. Is a big manifold or a smaller manifold better for torque? Smaller manifold! Oh, okay, so that's got less float. You're always keeping things safe? Well, I want to keep things safe with this truck because it's a truck, right? We're here to have it be a truck. I don't care about your catalytic. Your converter's not going to be needed here. We're using this thing for a truck. We're going to be rolling coal. We don't really need any of that. We need whatever's going to do the most reliability on this thing. Because right now we're at 88% reliability. I'd like to get more reliability if at all possible. Bypass valves. What are the bypasses? Wait, you can just bypass these things? Huh, really? Fuck it, sure. We'll do a bypass valve on this thing. Why not? Yeah, we'll add some bypass valves on this truck, so you can get rid of it if you want. Nice oversized exhaust. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Cool. We'll do a double straight through, that way you can have your little buffer bits and then you can skip them if you need to. We got a bit of valve float here, which we'll need to try and do. Let's hear what the engine sounds like, chat. It sounds like nothing. It doesn't sound like an engine. What? It's like dead silent. What the f... Well, that's no good. What? It sounds like nothing. It doesn't sound like anything. I need to get more pull on this thing. There we go. There you go. Alright, nice big-ass engine. Now we're better. Except for the fact that, you know, all of our settings are poor. There we go, we can get 1,000 horsepower. We can get 1,000 foot-pounds of torque on that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We'll just lower the, we'll lower the limit down there. There we go. We don't have any valve float. Keep it revving low. Ta-da! Let's listen to it now! You can barely hear it. Is that just because all my other engines were so loud? Why does this thing sound like... Why does this thing sound like... 92% reliability. Hold on. How do you have 92% engine reliability? Hold on, what? 92%. 92%. And it gets 31 miles to the gallon. Holy crap. Alright. That's... Wow. That's amazing. That's actually amazing. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's actually really cool. Huh. Okay. Yeah. No. We've just got an engine now that's expensive. They say it's expensive. Do we really need 31 miles to the gallon? I feel like we want a little bit more... What's your, Yeah? Which one of these gives more torque? Better low RPM performance. Alright, we'll make the cam profile smaller. I feel like we want a really low cam profile, right? I feel like we want a really low cam profile on this thing. I feel like... Yeah. I feel like we want a low cam profile. We probably want the springs to be stiff too, right? Or no? Do we not want that? You look at the springs and lifters. Stiffness of the valve springs. No, it's the, You know, this is probably the most reliable engine I've ever made. Yeah? This is probably the most reliable engine I have ever made. It's reliable, it works. It's... I can make a supercharger to make it louder. I can put a supercharger on her to make her louder. Let's hear how she sounds now. She just sounds like an electric car with that! No! What have I done? Alright, naturally aspirated it is. Although it would be nice to have even more torque. Hold on, how much torque can we get out of that? 1,500 pounds. Holy crap, okay. Yeah, no, let's just keep it naturally aspirated here. Keep it nice and reliable. The most reliable car we can. We've still got 33 miles to the gallon. I don't understand how you do that, but that's fine. This is fine. We've made a really big block V8 truck engine, and we're just gonna hope for the best. I can make this louder. Hold on. Which one to use the loudest? Can I just listen to it when it's louder? There we go! Chat, we gave it noise, so it's not dead silent. Turns out I just needed to change the intake manifolds. Although... That was like 0.5 to 0.9. Get like a little bit... You know what? Just gonna give it a mid-range performance engine. How does that one sound, at least? You know, at least that sounds like a truck now. At least it sounds like a truck, instead of sounding like an electric car. I like it. It makes me happy. Okay, boys. Here's our new engine. We're just gonna leave it gray, because why not? Alright. Welcome. Okay. Hold on. Chat. We have a problem. I don't know if you can tell what the problem is, but we have a problem. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but normally people go in the front of the car. So I'm going to try moving some parts around, because I believe we usually need someone to sit there. Yeah. Okay. So we can actually have people sitting in our car now. That's good. We'll have to move a few things. Okay, we're gonna have to come up with a different mechanism for those. Because my cool little, like, tower pipes aren't gonna work. That's fine. There we go. Alright, we're just gonna put that down there. We're gonna put that down as low as we can and just hope for the best. There we go. Turns out, giving him the cool little pipes meant that we didn't have the cool little ability to drive. Turns out, that can be a bit of a problem. Sometimes, you want to actually have your people who are inside your car able to drive. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but it is true. Alright, let's do a AI tune on the trim here. I want this thing to be the... Where are you? Pick up heavy. We're going to regen the trim, specifically for our account. We got a big footprint. We're not great at our... Holy moly, look at that utility. 90 utility. No sportiness. But she does work. She does work. Why are you capping the speed? Don't cap the speed. Don't you cap the speed. No. We'll do a dual clutch. There you go. Impossible to fit the engine in the engine bay. What do you mean impossible to fit the engine in the engine bay? Hold on. What? What do you mean impossible to fit the engine in the engine bay? What? What? What do you mean? What? What? Impossible to fit the engine in the engine... Since fucking when? What? No, it's fine. What? What do you mean? It's fine. What? What do you even mean? What? Uh-huh. Okay. Well, she doesn't really need to go more than 100. Yeah. Feel like all terrain's gonna be better. Feel like big tire good. Why are you suddenly bitching at me saying that I can't put the The hell does it mean you can't fit it in there? I think this thing's glitching out a bit, chat. Because I can fit the car in there just fine. There we go. Now those tires look a lot more like exactly what I'm looking for. Look at that, chat. Look at them tires. They're massive. Those are tires built for speed. They're built for speed. I'll tell you right now, they're built for speed. Just give them a manual transmission, it'll be fine. They don't need to go more than 100 miles an hour anyway. You know what? No, fuck you. I'm not doing a speed limit. We're letting that go. Understeers, dampeners are hard. Clearance, clearance. What do you mean impossible? The hell do you mean impossible? It fits just fine. What are you talking about? Reliability. Just give it an open diff. It'll be fine with an open diff. Make these tires big. Large. There we go. All-terrain tires, baby. It's time to make this car even better. And make its braking even smaller. I need to figure out how to make these... Hold on, excuse me. Is it like that? Yeah, right? No. You can make them lower width or higher width. Okay, cool. Screw it. Make them high width. Beautiful. Hold on. Can't make these even wider. You're not gonna let me make them even wider? There we go. All right, boys. There we go. You know what? I think we'll be fine. We'll let her brake just fine. Change that quality to max, baby. Ooh, yeah. So about 10 is going to be the most. There we go. Hell yeah. All right. My nose. I don't know why you're suddenly deciding it can't fit. I actually don't know why you have suddenly decided it's impossible to fit. What do you mean it's impossible to fit? Thank you. This little guy's gonna have the coolest engine in the world. You know that, chat? Look at him. He's got this massive engine under the hood. He'll be able to tow anything for you. If you need to get things done, you're gonna get it done with this little ridiculous fella. He's gonna be great. He is absolutely just gonna be the best. There we go. I feel like this thing is not meant to go super fast. However, design reliability has been artificially dropped down to 0, and I don't fucking know why. I actually just don't know why it has decided that it can't fit the engine anymore. I legitimately just do not know what you fuckers have done to make it like this. comfort, and reliable. We're just gonna make her heavy. She's high quality and she's heavy. I don't know, like, what we're losing here. Yeah? Basic 2010 safety. Yeah, I don't know why you've decided magically you can't fit the engine, but we'll try and, I guess... What do you mean you can't fit the engine? I'm looking at the engine right now, right? I'm looking at the engine fitment. You can fit it. Yeah, the fill factor's high. But there's nothing about this you can't fit. What do you mean? Has it just decided to randomly give itself a glitch? Huh. I don't understand why you would say that. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what the hell it thinks it's doing. All of this can fit just fine. It can fit just fine. I'm looking at it right now. There's not really anywhere it's having a problem with. The only thing I changed... Yeah, I'm physically looking at it and it fits. What? What do you mean it doesn't fit? What do you mean it doesn't fit? How would it not fit? Hello? That looks cool, though. That looks really cool. These big old tires, and... It's a beefy truck. I don't know why you're saying that it's not meeting minimal reliability. Huh. That's weird. Just some standard springs. Huh. What the hell? How did it magically just decide? So something in this is stopping it from working, despite the fact that it's worked every other step of the way. And I don't know why. You good? Uh-huh. Production units are good, drivability's good on this. Safety. Do we really need safety? Yeah, we're not gonna put any safety on this thing. This is a truck. What do you mean? Brake force is high, rear dampers are hard. I don't care. Was it because your drivability dropped too low and you're just lying to me on what it is? I don't know where you've decided all of a sudden that magically... Uh-huh. I don't get it. You good, or are you gonna keep magically just deciding that... Huh. Yeah? Yeah? So, it's just glitched the fuck out, and it's decided somehow on its own that it no longer wants to function. It's just decided somehow that it does not wish to function. It has decided to magically glitch out its own reliability And, you know, I've decided, fuck it, I'm still gonna export the car, and we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out, chat. We're gonna find out if this little baby blue buddy, Clomie Gibbon. Actually, maybe I just need to name it. Hold on. Maybe I just need to name it. We're gonna find out if naming it's gonna magically fix everything. How do you just decide? You know what? This is gonna be the Kotetsu Bounder. It's the Bounder. It bounds. All right, boys. Let's see if she'll still work. If she does still work, despite the fact that it has decided that the engine just does not function inside this car, then we know that automation is just bugged out, right? All right, let's find out. Chat. Oh. What do you mean update queued? What do you mean update queued? Did they literally just release an update as I'm sitting here playing this? Oh, thank you, BeamNG. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's hot fixes. Oh, I love hot fixes. Let's apparently wait for this to finish patching. How big is that patch? Estimated 30 minutes. Really? Well, I guess since we're waiting here for a little bit, how are you folks enjoying your evening? It is me, a tiny little pill friend. Take your meds every day. Take your meds every day. Take your meds. Take your meds. Take your meds. Ah, beautiful. Isn't it wonderful, chat? Aren't you happy that today is a good day? Hold on. Hold on. Something's happening. Ah, yes. I see, I see. So what if I just pause the update and I ignore it because it's gonna be... No, it's just forcing the update? Okay, that's fine. Well, I guess we're not gonna be able to see that truck tonight. That's a shame. I was hopeful. Well, either way, I had fun tonight. Since that's gonna be like another hour before it actually finishes off. Yeah. Either way, I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out. We had some good times. I had some good times, at least. I think I'm gonna raid you folks over somewhere. We'll find out where. I'll add a redirect somewhere and we'll dive off into the distance. Let's see. How about edit? There we go. And let's see if we have enough people over on the Twitch to raid anywhere. Not really, unfortunately, but hey, I always appreciate you guys showing up. Even when it's just a couple of us out here, it's always a good time, you know? It is always a good time. And yeah, no, I had a good time overall. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys had a good time. And I'll see you guys around next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.